name is Charlotte Simmons, and I am running for your next programs chair. I am a civil engineering major from Cochran, Georgia. I qualify for this position because I communicate well with other people, and my communication and organizational skills makes me an ideal candidate for collaborating with all the zones of NSBE and ensuring that the programs and events fulfill the mission statement. You should elect me because I make a habit of making realistic goals and achieving them in a timely manner. I want to hold this position because recently I served as telecommunications chair, and I feel like my skills can be developed more in the programs chair. My goals for this year, I want to work with all zones, all the program zones in NSBE, including the Academic Excellence Chair and establishing the Guaranteed 4.0 program, the PCI Chair and getting the NSBE Junior and PCI chapters active and possibly going to conferences with us, and working with the Torch Chair in increasing the community awareness in STEM fields. I would also like to include a professional workshop at least twice a semester. I plan on at least, how do I plan on achieving these goals? I plan on doing this by working with each of the chair heads and possibly getting at least 2 general body members to work with them in their zones. Any questions, comments?
Why are you passionate about NSBE?
I guess you could say when I went to my first national conference, I was first I just wanted to get a job at a career fair, but then I saw how big of a magnitude it was and how it ultimately fulfills all of the goals stated in the mission.
Do you have any specific goals for next year?
I just want to really increase members in helping out with the different programs.
What's the NSBE mission and what does it mean to you?
To increase the number of culturally responsible Black engineers who excel academically, succeed professionally, and positively impact the community. That's the mission. And why is it important to me? That just seems like, well, it is most of all the ethics that a quality, wholehearted person would have, and I think that I am a quality person and wholehearted. So 1 + 1 = 2. Yes.
In your experience on the board, what did you find did you find any problems with the board this year? And what would you do to change them?
I think the enthusiastic, that's not a word. Probably, I don't think the board was as enthused into getting members to join in as they should have. I hope to kind of liven that up. Yes.
How?
How?
How do you enthusiasticness people? That's a big goal to say you're gonna change the mindset of, the entire board.
Well, what I found out is people like to have fun. So maybe working with the board together we can have fun on campus. And by having fun, turning up.
No, you can't say that.
Okay.
We got you on camera though.
Tuning up.
Tuning up.
Yes, tuning up.
Tuning up in professional professional world and not letting it, well, tuning up in social world and not allowing it to interfere with the professional world. How do we do it?
It's fine. It's fine. What goals do you have for the next? Actually, never mind.
How do you plan to revive the Torch program?
The torch program. I really don't know right now because I just recently found out that when I read the Constitution, torch seemed like PCI to me, so I thought it would go hand in hand. So I really don't know the answer to that question right now, but I can get back to you with it.
What does your position entail?
It entails overseeing the programs of NSBE, which include the academic excellence zone, the outreach zone, and the PCI zone.
What do you know of the PCI program? Like, what do you know of it as far as where it stands right now?
I know Damian Drake was over PCI, and he did STEM Fridays. That's when I think they went out in Marietta High School and worked Friday doing little engineering things, basic engineering stuff. So.
Did you ever participate in any of that?
No, I didn't.
So how do you plan on keeping it alive if you don't know what happened?
Keeping in contact with Drake.
What if Drake, do you have contacts with the schools at all?
No, I don't, but I plan on getting that.
Okay. And how do you plan on reviving the NSBE Junior chapter?
The NSBE Junior chapter?
Or do you think it's important to revive it?
Yes.
And why?
I think it's important to revive it because, I mean, somebody got to come back and take our spots, right? We can't do this forever. So.
Do you have any plans on how to do that? Because Drake tried for a long time to get the school back in our hands and wasn't successful.
Actually, I know it might not necessarily be in Cobb County, but I have family members who are educators in Atlanta Public Schools and in Fulton County Schools, and I know Brittany says her mom is a teacher and she's also interested in starting maybe a PCI or an SB Junior, so working with those different people, I think we can make something happen.
Cool beans.
You being on last year's board, what skills did you gain to make you fit for your position?
What skills do I get? Well, my position last year, I was basically over Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I do those naturally, so besides communicating with other members of the board, that would be one of the most critical skills that I'll say I've developed, because reporting stuff to different people and making sure that the community knows about events. So using that, I can spread the word with the different programs.
Not to sound too critical, but programs deals almost completely with non-internal affairs. PCI is out there. Torch is out there. Academic excellence is the only thing that's really here. So just to keep in mind, when you say communication and all that is the goal, what you have to realize is that PCI demands more action and not really board interaction. It requires you to be able to deal with not the board usually. And that being said, if I don't know what you want to do next year, because I don't know what your focus is, but if you were to, stick with just internal affairs, to get us on the right track, you would be focusing mostly on academics. You wouldn't be focusing on events. You wouldn't be focusing on membership, because that's
Membership chair.
membership chair.
True story. Let me interrupt you.
Yeah.
But without that, how can we go and outreach those people? How can we go out into the community when we don't have members? So, working with the different zones, we can get these people in and then ship them off. It's like,
But where are you going to ship them if you don't have relations with the outside people? That's what he's trying to say, is that's the main part.
okay, but I have to establish those things. I plan on establishing those communications, using my communication skills from my telecommunications position. So, despite the fact that it all overlaps into each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, since all of it overlaps, use those resources and you put them elsewhere.
Good.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey, and I am running for your 2014-2015 president of the SPSB chapter. I am currently on the board as your Assembly Member 1, and I wish to move up to president because I'm very qualified due to the fact that I have over a 2.5 GPA. I'm currently enrolled at SBSU, and that I have prior experience with my board position this year. You should elect me because pretty much with my experience on this board, I've seen all the mistakes that we've made, and I plan on learning from those mistakes in order to make a smoother transition and be more impactful, to have especially more impactful on this campus next year. I want to hold this position because I previously attended 2 national conventions and 2 fall regional conventions, and from seeing the impact that NSBE has on the black community there, I feel that I have more to give to this society. Pretty much my goals for the year are to reestablish the reputation of SPSB on Southern Poly campus. I want to make sure that any events that we plan during the summer actually goes according to plan. They're done on time. There's no delay in action or anything. And I want to make sure that we pretty much run smoothly. Like there's going to be conflict, but I'm pretty much the face. I'm going to try to solve as many conflicts as possible as they arise. And I plan on achieving these goals by speaking to our NSBE advisors, which is Dr. Patterson on this campus. I plan on speaking to previous past presidents that I have contact with, and I plan on being heavily contacted with which will be our president emeritus next year, Kyle Phillips. Any questions?
Wait.